The Moss lineage boasts a long-standing tradition of striking good looks, earning them widespread admiration and considerable wealth. Okis, the eldest son, has risen to fame as an internet influencer, leveraging his handsome appearance to amass millions of followers and earn the reputation of a relationship advisor, guiding men in winning over their love interests. Their father, Pakar, once a notorious heartbreaker, had a colorful romantic history with over 1,200 women before meeting their mother. Meanwhile, their mother, though possessing masculine features and a noticeable mustache, is also considered attractive. As for the youngest son and protagonist, Kyulin, he stands out as the most handsome member of the family. However, unlike the others, he finds his striking appearance more of a burden than a blessing. Constantly hounded by admirers, he yearns for a simpler life where he could blend in without drawing undue attention. Kyulin's allure has a downside: girls swoon, faint, and even experience nosebleeds upon glimpsing him, preventing any genuine connections from forming. Consequently, he shuns public outings, preferring the seclusion of homeschooling and companionship with his pet fish. His family, concerned for his well-being, endeavors to intervene. Despite their efforts, Kyulin remains resolute in his desire for genuine connection, valuing personality over physical appearance. When conventional tactics fail to coax Kyulin out of his shell, the family resorts to a drastic measure. Feigning financial woes, they manipulate him into attending school, hoping exposure to peers will foster social growth. Though initially resistant, Kyulin relents, driven by guilt over the burden he imposes on his family. As he agrees to enroll in an all-boys school, his family rejoices, understanding that progress, however gradual, is a step in the right direction. A couple of days later, Kyulin experiences his inaugural day at a conventional school. Okis escorts him on his bike, yet Kyulin opts to keep his helmet firmly on. His intention is to maintain anonymity behind the helmet throughout the day, concealing his striking looks. However, his plan goes awry as the helmet garners more attention than intended. Kyulin quietly settles into the rearmost seat, only to be singled out by the class bully Sidi and his cronies. Upon the teacher's arrival, she too is taken aback by the sight of a student sporting a helmet. She insists that he remove it immediately. Despite his reluctance, Kyulin has no choice but to comply. He theatrically removes the helmet, unveiling his face. In the ensuing chaos, the teacher requires medical attention. It transpires that she began to suffer a nosebleed and hyperventilate due to Kyulin's attractiveness. Other students lament to the principal about the new student being too handsome to handle. In his attempt to leave school, Kyulin is tripped by one of the bullies. They drag him to the school storeroom and introduce themselves in an exaggerated manner akin to superheroes. They identify as the Tiga Tak, a trio of bullies led by Sidi, the principal's son. After their grand introduction, they disclose their need for Kyulin's assistance in asking a girl to the prom. They've been stuck in their final year for 3 years now. They refuse to graduate until Sidi secures a date with the most beautiful girl in the BBM school, Amanda. However, she only entertains proposals from attractive men, hence their reliance on Kyulin. They assign an unwitting accomplice, Kibo, to aid Kyulin and lead the way. Kibo, having been a victim of their antics before, is compelled to comply. Later, Kyulin and Kibo visit the principal's office to file an official complaint about bullying. Although Kibo foresees the consequences, he stands by Kyulin. The principal is troubled by his son's refusal to graduate and sees Kyulin's attractiveness as an opportunity to resolve the issue. That night, Kyulin and Kibo decide to tackle the task the following day and rid themselves of the burden. Kibo is the first person to show genuine kindness to Kyulin, unrelated to his appearance. Despite the day not unfolding as planned, Kyulin is grateful to have gained a friend. The next morning, they venture to the BBM school, where the girls detect the presence of boys. The school strictly prohibits the entry of unattractive boys. Hence, when they spot Kyulin wearing a helmet, the entire school demands he remove it. In a dramatic turn of events, Kyulin removes the helmet, inciting chaos among the girls. Hours later, news of the incident spreads like wildfire, and Kyulin becomes known as the too handsome to handle guy. Amanda, the school's top student and a model, hears the news and is immediately captivated by Kyulin. She embarks on a mission to impress him, marking him as the first to match her in both looks and status. As the news gains momentum, a swarm of girls congregates outside the Moss residence, willing to pay for a glimpse. Feeling betrayed and abandoned by his family, Kyulin refuses to return home, further saddened by the mistreatment of his pet fish by tourists. Perched on the rooftop, evading the frenzy of pursuers below, Kyulin finds himself in a precarious situation. Suddenly, a figure emerges behind him, questioning his intentions atop the building's edge. Kyulin, startled, notes the absence of the typical reactions in the girl's demeanor, leaving him bewildered. However, she remains silent, departing without a word. Overwhelmed with nerves, Kyulin struggles to articulate his thoughts. Nevertheless, the unexpected encounter leaves him feeling uplifted. Some time later, he reaches out to Kibo, who promptly offers solace and extends an invitation to his home, where Kyulin is warmly welcomed by Kibo and his grandmother. Upon entering Kibo's abode, Kyulin is captivated by two rare playing cards, sparking a newfound connection between them. Recognizing their shared interests, particularly in card collecting, they embark on a quest to locate the mysterious girl from the previous day. During their search, they encounter Amanda, to whom they deliver Sidi's proposal files. Despite Amanda's feigned indifference towards Kyulin's appearance, her subsequent nosebleed hints otherwise. Despite Kyulin's longing glance at his crush, he's prevented from approaching her by the surrounding girls. In the ensuing days, Kibo and Kyulin forge an inseparable bond, spending their time together. One afternoon, Kibo introduces Kyulin to futsal, where he encounters Rear, the girl from the rooftop. Learning of her connection to Kibo deepens Kyulin's feelings of jealousy and confusion. Seeking guidance, Kyulin turns to Okis, whose emotional response underscores the significance of their meeting. As they bond over groceries and Okis advises him on impressing his crush, Kyulin grapples with his feelings for Rear. Despite his uncertainties, Kyulin receives an unexpected invitation from Amanda, accompanied by a thoughtful gift. Later, at karaoke with Kibo and Rear, Kyulin's hopes are dashed as Rear's attention remains fixated on Kibo. The revelation of Rear's feelings for Kibo intensifies Kyulin's jealousy, prompting him to confront her. Though initially denying her affection, Rear's reaction to Kyulin's fabricated confession speaks volumes, leaving him crestfallen. Returning home, Kyulin seeks Amanda's assistance, leading to a gathering for her birthday. However, Amanda's apparent preference for Kibo over Kyulin stirs further heartache. Meanwhile, Rear witnesses a tender moment between Amanda and Kibo, leaving her devastated. Seizing the opportunity, Kyulin confesses his love to Rear, only to be met with rejection. Despite his efforts to intervene, Kyulin is rendered helpless as Kibo faces repercussions for Amanda's actions. In the aftermath, Kyulin tends to Kibo's wounds, grappling with the consequences of his actions. Upon witnessing Kyulin's pain-filled groans, he finally comprehends the enormity of his error. The following day, Kibo presents him with a coveted card from his collection, fulfilling Kyulin's long-standing desire. Consumed by guilt, Kyulin openly acknowledges all his past wrongdoings. Kibo, taken aback and wounded by the betrayal, expresses that he would have distanced himself from Rear had he known of Kyulin's affection for her. These words inflict deeper wounds upon Kyulin. Eventually, Kibo demands Kyulin's immediate departure from the house. Recognizing his wrongdoing, Kyulin quietly departs. After a month, he returns home, greeted by his family's elation, though his own feelings remain unresolved. Retreating to his room, Kyulin isolates himself, yearning for his lost friendship with Kibo. Though they occasionally cross paths, their interactions are limited to fleeting glances. Meanwhile, Kyulin's mother frets over his well-being. One night, she tenderly offers him his resilient pet fish and suggests a return to homeschooling if he wishes. Their paramount concern is his happiness, and they're prepared to support him in any way they can. Moved by her words, Kyulin recognizes the support he has in his life, spurring him to reconcile with Kibo. The following morning, he rushes to confide in Rear, and later, seeks forgiveness from Kibo. Despite initial dismissal, Kibo's sentiments towards Rear reveal his profound affection. Kyulin's revelation of Rear's presence during their conversation mends their bond, reinstating their friendship. Days later, they attend prom together, with Kibo escorting Rear and Kyulin accompanying Amanda. Predictably, Kyulin and Amanda are crowned prom king and queen. A passing remark from a girl catches Kyulin's attention, igniting the spark of a potential new relationship. Please turn on alerts, like, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. Thank you for watching.